What's up, guys? Today we are going to talk about failure. So, as you can see on the screen, failure does not exist. And you may have a lot of resistance to that, what you see on the screen, but let me explain. So, there is no failure, there is only feedback, right? So, what is failure? For most of people, let's try to have a definition for failure. So failure is the result, which is the consequence of taking action that is different from what we wanted, right? So basically, you want to achieve something and you don't achieve that, we call that failure. That's crazy, right? And so let me explain that a little more. But even if we didn't achieve what we wanted, we still achieved something, right? Maybe it's not what we wanted, but we achieved something, right? And just because it's different from what we wanted doesn't mean it's failure. A lot of great things were invented because of a mistake, right? That's a mistake. Does failure equal a mistake? For me, it would be yes, right? And what is a mistake? You made a mistake and you like get the feedback. Imagine that you are cooking, right? And you want to try like how are you doing, right? So you take a spoon and you try it, right? Let's say you are cooking soup, right? And you say, oh, it needs a little bit of salt, right? You don't get mad, right? At that, you just add more salt, right? So you actually change your behavior, right? And you get the feedback what you need to do in order to have that perfect soup, right? And I believe that failure is just an illusion, right? So what you can do, like imagine this, like imagine something that when you felt like a failure, right? And try to look at it in a different way. So try to look at it just as a feedback, right? You did something and you just got a feedback, right? It doesn't say anything about you, about your capabilities or anything. You just got the feedback, right? And so what you can do with that feedback is like take it in and just change your behavior in order to achieve that. Because if you do something and you feel like failure, right? You are most likely gonna quit doing it, right? It's just a little change in your perception of failure, right? It's not failure, it's the feedback you get, right? So there is a great quote that I want you to remember. It's called "Sometimes you win and sometimes you learn," and that's exactly what the failure actually is. It's not about failure, right? If you think about yourself as a failure, you're most likely not going to take action for that particular goal anymore. Just imagine like you get really good feedback, right? And just change your behavior. So take that in, analyze it a little bit. So what can I do better, right? And just get a feedback and go for that goal that you want to achieve. So treat goals like a scientist. So treat goals like a theory. Can I prove this theory, right? Or I can't, right? So sometimes you win and sometimes you learn. That is the quote that I want you to remember for today. And this will be a very short video because there is nothing else to talk about. Just change this little thing in your perception. So there is no failure, there is only feedback. Presuppose that. It's true. Because if you think, oh, that's just another word for failure, right? But that's true, right? Failure and feedback are the exact same things. Pick the more useful one, right? So you say A is equal B, right? So that means that the B is equal A, right? So pick the most useful one for you that will help you to have that clarity and that state that will help you achieve a certain goal. So this is where I want to end this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.